just thinking about the market and the trading side of things, you guys you've kind of grown a lot in the last year. I think almost a year ago you were like $1 per share and now we're well over $6. How has, I guess, you've also added to the ASX 300 and the MSCI small cap. I mean, how have those index additions, and I think everyone's thinking you'll be a 200 member potentially soon, how have they kind of impacted, trading volatility and I guess your views on how that looks?
This has been a really fascinating period because, as you know, I came from investment banking.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
And spent a long time in the game and looking at the markets, and I find the markets a fascinating place. Now, when you're in my position, it's similar to how we developed our SARBIS PSMA. We had complete view of what the competitor market is.
Mm-hmm.
We utilized other people's products in our clinical trials and preclinically. So we know what the competition is like. We have complete vision of what's going on in that competitive landscape. In the market, I have this unique insight now of looking at trading and to see who trades in and out of our stock over time. And I keep a close eye on it because of just looking at things like creep and the like, but keep an idea of what's going on. And what has surprised me, or what's interested me, is the obviously Clarity's a great story. It's a great Australian life sciences story, and we've kept it very Australian. We're not racing off to the US like some others have tried and are trying again. We're focused. We're an Aussie born and bred company, Sydney born and bred, and we love our shareholders. We've had people there for a long time from the beginning. That are still very large shareholders now, given where we started from nothing. And we've had some institutions come in and the like. And the trading of institutions is fascinating to me. I didn't know so many institutions were day traders. So in and out of stocks. And so we haven't got, and I've never taken the view of having a gambling style in our stock. We've built value from the absolute ground up. And we'll continue to build it based on very, very, very strong science. So when I had so many shares change hands, sub $1. And the feedback to us going, oh, well, what's going on? Our game plan hasn't changed.
Yeah.
We're not a short game. We're not a flipper. We're not here to do that. We're going to build value over time. And so to see those fluctuations, I started to realize the things like technical analysis isn't about measuring the company. It's about measuring the psychology of investors.
Oh, absolutely.
Shifting in and out because the share price hits a certain point. It's fascinating, nothing to do with us. And I see people trading in and out just based on, the market dynamics. At the end of the day, and we had some feedback because I've had some trading in the stock to be fascinating. A couple of months ago, I wasn't going to be in Sydney when a conference was on. So I had to pull out of the conference and our share price, our capitalization fell $200 million. Most expensive trip I've ever had. So, and it's just because I wasn't in Sydney. And then, a couple of things and seeing things change in day-to-day fluctuations is fascinating. But for us, the game hasn't changed. There was feedback. We had the board and the team exercise their options because you can't always trade in your options. People don't realize this. There's windows when there's no inside information and those sorts of things. We have that opportunity. I shot an email out. We traded. Well, people thought we sold our stock. We didn't sell our stock. We exercised our option. We have more stock now than what we had beforehand. And but the market reacted. And so understanding those plays, it comes back to how we've built our company from first principles. We do great science. And from day one, we've communicated to our shareholders, a small number back in the day to a very large number now, very transparently. This is what we're doing, right? This is what we're going to, what we've done to date. This is what we're going to do next. And this is how we're going to do it. And then we come back and say, well, we did this. And this is how we did it. And this is how we've done it since the beginning. And this is how we'll continue to do it. And when I had feedback because the share price changes, that has nothing to do with us. I didn't tell anyone to buy or sell. I didn't have any involvement in that. And that market dynamic is happening because it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone expects life sciences in Australia to fail. So we're part of that mix. Oh, well, it can't be that good. Well, you know what? I don't care. I haven't sold any. We are on a trajectory at this point in time to build the best radiopharmaceutical company in the world, let alone Australia.
Mm.
We want it to be a precedent of success.
Yep.
And we will continue to do that. That is our focus. Day-to-day fluctuations, they happen. Not
Absolutely.
due to me.
It's a market.
Not due to any of our team.
Yep.
But our team is heavily focused on achieving the milestones that we told everyone that we're going to achieve. And that's going to be our primary focus.